Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aziza Kibibi. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aziza Kibibi. And I that was just a little technical. Sorry about that. It seems as though um my other computer was playing but now that we've gotten that taken care of, good afternoon. It's March 16th. It's okay to tell day. And I am Aziz, the founder of Precious Little Ladies Incorporated, also known as PLL Nonprofit. If you are here broadcast, then you pretty much know me. But for those of you who are new to myself and the organization, I started Precious Little in 2015 as an answer to honestly my own personal call. I was and abused by my father, which resulted in for him. I was homeschooled, my children at home, and in escaping through the process of escaping mother, it was difficult for me to find sources. In addition, though my mom was in the home and she knew everything that was going on, oftentimes when I ask her, why don't we leave, why don't we just run away from dad, she will share with me that she did not know where to go, and that how would she take care of all of her children. The years my mother had 9 children. So when I escaped my father and I started reestablishing myself, it was difficult for me to find resources. So in doing that, in trying to find reasons, I actually helped develop resources. For instance, my children, because they were bought at home, they did not have birth certificates. And when I went to statistics, get birth certificates, my was so unheard of. They had no procedure to answer my situation, to report 4 children who had been born at home as a result of abuse. So I literally to work with the state of New Jersey in order to develop a process in order to get my kids social security numbers and birth certificate. So in realizing that, once I established my family, I worked, I got my children from social services. They were taken in S. I saw a lot of gaps in the system. I saw a lot of many organizations, while they intended on helping, they really could not speak to specific situations. Not only that, the people that worked in those organizations, a situation like mine, specifically dealing with incestuous abuse, those services just was not available. They hadn't developed programs. So what did I do? I decided to develop a program myself, and to answer to respond to the answer my mother gave me when I asked, why don't we just run away from dad? She said, we have nothing. She would not know how to provide for us. I started a very small effort in 2015 where I says, well, you know what? If mommy did not have a way to find the thing, felt like she did not have what she needed to take care of her children, there has to be other women out there who are in abusive situations, where one of the things that is keeping with the abuser is depending. So literally, I got my kids together. We collected health and beauty products, personal care items, and started leading them to organizations that had a violent shelter. And that's essentially PLL Nonprofit was born. Fast forward, it's 2023. We have developed a whole course of programs, and one of them, it's okay to tell day. So one of the reasons why I wanted to focus on it's okay to tell, because oftentimes, well, not oftentimes, all the time, abusers, pedophiles, abusers of children, they shame and guilt the child silence. In addition, kids are often afraid of trouble because they may feel like they are contributing abuse. There may be incidents if it was sexual, their body, they enjoyed it, they found pleasure in it and created guilt. So It's Okay to Tell Day is meant to encourage parents to use the opportunity to communicate children unencumbered. So essentially, the child is supposed to feel safe enough and open them up to trust their parent enough where they can hear anything that's going on in their life out the fear of repercussion, fear of being guilted, shamed, and punished. Um, so let me tell you my experience. I have a 14-year-old now, and he literally looks forward to It's Okay to Tell Day. Now, as parents, especially if you're a parent, you're doing a lot of things, and while your child is a priority, the matter is we can never be with our child 24/7. So they're having their own life experiences, be with their friends, with their teachers, with adults, and I'm sure they do some experimenting, exploring, and some things happen, and they may feel their parent would not approve of. So my son, especially his teenage years, looks forward to March 16th to share with me without fear of punishment the things that has happened in his life. So last year was very interesting. And it I think it definitely made us closer, and he shares and communicates. Having that day, that's just a start. That day just encourages children to understand that their parents are humans as well, and we go through things as well, and we can be understand to their specific situation. So I want to share with you a statistics. One of the main reasons why children should be taught and raised that it's okay to tell is because of child molesters is someone that the victims know. Unfortunately, predators use their relationships with children to do things, gain trust, and to intimidate. It's important that the child that children have a communication, someone in their circle around them that they trust, that they know will be an advocate for them. In my case, that wasn't the case. My mom was not an advocate for me, and honestly, because my father kept me so isolated, I really anyone else, and he intentionally created an environment where everything that happened was reported back to him. So it's really important for parents, even if you assign someone outside, maybe your grandmother or an aunt, your child feels comfortable with sharing the things that happen in their life. It's just very important that they know someone, they feel safe with someone that they could tell if they were being taken advantage of. Now, another thing, this is mostly directed to the adults. 1 in 3 adults would not believe a child if they disclose sexual. That's way too high. That is too high, and it varies by culture. Of course, we have recently heard the epidemic of pedophilia in the Catholic Church. In the French Catholic Church alone, over 200,000 children were molested from their church. So it's extremely sad. And then Of course, I can't speak to if those children ever try to say anything, but all too often speak to survivors who are adults now that say that they tried to tell their mother. They tried to tell someone close to them, and they were deemed as fast, deemed as too mature. All of the other labels was put on, and essentially that attacks the framework that a young person has built in order to trust somebody and on an adult to help them when they're. So I want to share with you all just a little background of Precious Little Ladies and we do. We are a 501c3 social progression organization. So all donation you can get them for tax write-offs. If you would like to make a donation, definitely visit our website at preciouslittleladies.org. So here's some statistics as far as the impacts that is child abuse, station. One in four women have been a child. And the intersectionality is very important to take note of, because all of these things, job loss, house affordability, evicted by family, domestic violence, 1 in 4 women will experience sexual assault before they turn 18. And because of the attack on mental health, that abuse, childhood sexual abuse and sexual assault on a person, it completely disrupt their ability to be self-sufficient. So if you go into depression because of sexual abuse have experience, of course, that could affect job, and just has many impacts on different social issues that we have in the world. I should have let that keep playing. And now about girls, Precious Little Ladies. Okay, so Precious Little Ladies is on because we are a very impacted group. We are a marginalized group. We are an oppressed group throughout globally. Women oppressed. The most dangerous place statistically for a woman is in her own home if she is in a relationship with a man. Any of these statistics only based on what has reported. So before in the previous slide where it said 1 in 4 women abused or molested before they turn 18, that's only based on reporting. That's only based on reporting to authorities. So you know how many more we need it to be about 50%. That being said, boys are also affected. Not often, but they are affected. 6 boys have been molested as a child, but our culture approach to being molested by a woman doesn't really, it sends a very message. Oftentimes, a young boy that is being taken advantage of by an older woman, if his friends would probably praise him, but it still has its mental impact. It still its impact on how they view the world, how they view people of authority. So we including we are known as Precious Little Ladies Incorporated, but we are also known as PLL Nonprofit, just to take into consideration that male children are also a vulnerable. And that is called Precious Little Lads. I almost forgot that. So the effect of abuse, you see it here: drug abuse, suicide, abusing others, depression, self-abuse, and cutting, alcoholism, the abuse of homelessness, mental health, sexual challenge, opioid dependency, promiscuity, and even with promiscuity. Now, I am a believer in a woman has a choice to what she wants with her body and should not be slut for it. But there are reasons why certain decisions, and oftentimes if a woman has not healed to a certain place or not reached a certain place in their healing journey, then their decisions with sexual relations with other men can obviously be affected. Made it long between. So just run down our current programs. Girl, we've got you covered. Is a program. The official first program that PLL started is where we tell them beauty products to donate to women in domestic violence shelters, and that effort expanded, especially throughout the pandemic. Through the COVID-19 pandemic, we normally, where under normal circumstances, we send the items to domestic violence shelters for them to distribute to the women. Through the pandemic, because many of our partners were closed down, then start shipping diary to those who needed them, and we crossed the US. We shipped New York, we delivered Jersey, which was local. We also to Delaware, we shipped to California. So the need is definitely out there. Then of course it's okay to tell day, which is today. Our awareness raising kite is an event that we put on annually. It's been on hold because of the pandemic, but normally we put the kite light to light the community out so we can help them identify resources. So it's a partnership effort where we also identify other government organizations, profits that may have services to our mission, our clients, and to other people in the community. And everyone comes out, is kites, and we raise awareness because our kites has ours. I don't think you can see it in the picture, but our kites has our logo on it, and then our hashtags, it's okay to tell and not alone. Of course, website and social media that has been seen and is definitely more important as we went into social distancing. And then our family empowerment fair is actually a space, again, it slightly mirrors the kite flight where we get organizations involved, but element that is includes that we have workshops. We have a self-defense workshop, we have abuse awareness workshop, and also an online etiquette program that parents and children can come and take in, and everybody gets lunch. Of course, our activism efforts always in communication with legislatives, with local government, so we could just do the research, see how the community is accessing resources, if they aren't, and what specifically that they need. So it's just an ongoing research portion. Okay. So last year, 2021, going to remove there. In 2021, I want to share a short clip of my conversation with Dr. Rodriguez, Sharon Rodriguez. She is a psychologist, but she specializes in working with children, teenagers. She works at Orange Campus High, and crisis prevention. And so I want to share one. Last year, we collected all of the responses from our survey for the parent that had an opportunity to earn a kids tab. We collected the responses. The board chose those who would receive a tab based on their contribution of how, or tips that they give another parent on how to keep communication open with their children. Now, interestingly enough, last year, our participants happened to be parents who had been impacted themselves. And this clip is this clip, excuse me, is me sharing response from one of our participants who was also abused herself as a child. So I just want to share for all of those or for anyone that's praying, we do ask permission from our participants who share their first name, state that they're, or the state or the city that they are writing in from, and also share what their input is. So everything is above board. But I want to share this right now, this video, and hopefully encouraged by it. Building confidence in your children. She says, as a person who suffered a traumatic experience as a child, I always try my best to have good communication with my daughters. Okay. I let them know that they can come to me and let me know of any issues they are experiencing. I tell them that no matter what, I will not judge them. I reassure them that I am their mother and I will always look out for them. I've spoken to them and told them that if they feel that anyone is making them uncomfortable, to always tell me. They know that they are to be respected. I have told them that it is okay to tell, because no matter what the issue may be or who the issue is with, I will always believe them and I will always be there for them. I am a mother first, and it is my job to always look out for my children. So, Dr. Rodriguez, I mean, aside from the fact, I do feel like, and maybe you've experienced this, I do feel like parents who have experienced sexual abuse are a little more, gung-ho about warning and protecting their children. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yes, they can be, or it can be the complete opposite. They will allow it to happen,
Wow, that's something.
Which is an area that is very sensitive.
Yeah.
Especially to the client, especially to the person who's experiencing now, even if their parent experienced it. I love this parent that she says that she tells her daughter, even if they feel uncomfortable. So it doesn't have to be the actual touching.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the feeling of feeling uncomfortable, because then it'll open the communication lines to, so what made you feel uncomfortable? What was it? Was it a look, or was it something that was said? Or was it the body language, So that's really, really, really important.
Right. I agree. And parents need to recognize that children are extremely receptive. They're extremely receptive to adults, I think. And I know, like, for me, my background is Southern on my father's side and West Indian on my mom's side. And as children, we was always, you're pushed to hug the aunt or uncle or to greet out of respect. But when it comes down to it, if you want to really establish in your child and give he or she that confidence and that agency over her own body, then I don't agree with forcing a child to hug or kiss anyone, if they really don't want to. That was just a little technical. Sorry about that. It seems, and we're back. So, as of course that parent has shared building confidence about the children, feeling confident, trusting themselves, trusting their own intuition, on how they feel people. So especially during the holidays, like, really promote during the holidays, like, don't force your children to interact with people that they're not comfortable interacting with, because specifically encourage this mostly, as much as we speak towards prevention, as much as we talk to survivors and victims, we as a society do not speak enough to abusers. So that's what we're focusing on, just putting the information out there for everyone to see, to show abusers that we see you, and then also getting the feedback from community on what were the signs. If you are an adult who've experienced sexual abuse as a child, what were the signs? What was your feelings? What were the interactions? What grooming techniques, the abused, and all of those things are very important in knowing how to attack and how to approach this pandemic that is pedophilia, child sexual abuse, and other forms of, what is the word I want to use? I'm sorry. So of course, y'all know I am remote, and my cat is to be a distraction. And yeah, just focusing on getting the communication, just opening up communication between each other, whether you have been affected or not. If you have not been affected, you are blessed. You are definitely, because it will certainly disrupt your life continuation as a human. But talk to each other. Talk to each other. As guaranteed, statistics high as they are based on reports alone, you know someone that has been impacted and that may need your support. So everyone, it's okay to tell day. It's okay to tell day, and it's okay to tell month. Time that we really encourage survivors to speak out in stories, and along Women's History Month, it's a perfect time to just support women in speaking their truth, in sharing their vulnerabilities. We are often expected to continue with life, even we have been impacted in this major way. The PTSD associated with sexual assault and childhood sexual abuse is actually stronger than that of a veteran, of a soldier who has been on the front lines in a war. So it's an issue that we have to continue to talk about and continue to find solutions for. So on that note, thank you so much for joining. I do hope that you share this feed. Definitely subscribe to Precious Little Lady on YouTube. It's PLL Nonprofit, and also on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook, hey y'all, how are you? If you're watching this on Aziza Kibibi, I am Aziza Kibibi. Hey y'all, you know who you are. And go to our PLL YouTube channel and share and like and support and subscribe. We have a lot of things coming up down the pipeline. Really quick, if Essex County, if you are in East Orange, make sure you sign up for our newsletter, because we are having a self-defense workshop on April 23rd. We are looking for groups of daughters to come out and participate, and that's the thing that we have coming up next. We are going to continue now. Normally the cutoff date for the tablet, for your chance to earn a tablet for your child, for your family, the cutoff date was yesterday, but we decided to extend it for the rest of the month. So share if you know someone that might be definitely look on our book feed, look on our Instagram feed. You'll see the video associated with the post that has the link, or just our website, preciouslittleladies.org, and click on a picture of the Amazon tablet and participate. And you'll be participating in two ways, because you have the opportunity to earn a tablet, but you'll also be contributing to an effort that is so important. So our continued research really helps to develop programs that are strong and effective. Oh, on that note, I feel winded after all of that. Subscribe again to PLL's YouTube channel. We also have a new show that is coming up soon, hopefully sometime this year, where we're just going to give you more resources, more information, and highlight all this that we're doing. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, you're not alone, and it's okay to tell. Have a blessed the rest of your day. Have a wonderful week. Enjoy the rest of your year, and I will see you soon. Be blessed for your blessing. Bye.